Hey everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. My wife assumed I was cheating, so she cheated. I took everything and made sure to humiliate her. I'm a 30-year-old male, and I met my wife, a 28-year-old female, when I was in college. My major was business economics and hers was English. We met at the house of a mutual friend, hit it off pretty well, dated for a couple of years, and sometime after we graduated I proposed to her. She said yes right away. That's the summarized version of our courtship, as I don't think there's anything particularly noteworthy in there. We've been married for 4 years now. I started to notice some changes in my wife, let's call her Claudia, after we got married about a year in. It all began when she walked in on me and a female colleague together at a bar. I know it sounds bad, but it was an entirely innocuous situation. A bunch of us coworkers went out for drinks, which isn't unusual. As people started to leave, eventually only my colleague and I were left at the bar. Claudia walked in with her friends and came over to say hi. I returned the greeting normally because I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong. But when Claudia got home, everything hit the fan. She threw her purse down and came stomping towards me, pointing a finger in my face, screaming that she caught me cheating. I tried to explain, but she wouldn't let me get a word out. Once she calmed down, I showed her photos we had taken that night, hoping to clarify the situation. She seemed to understand and stood there as if wanting to say something, but then went into the room. What irks me to this day is that she never apologized. After that episode, she became clingy and overly jealous. I would sense mood shifts if I looked at a woman or simply answered a question from one. It was clear that these rules didn't apply to women who were obviously not a threat. I believe a sensible amount of jealousy is healthy, but hers became excessive. I knew when interactions soured her mood, but only occasionally did she confront me. For instance, once I was talking with a female neighbor about politics, and when Claudia saw us, I knew I'd be in for it. I thought about divorce because I couldn't keep living that way. It was draining, but I felt it better to try couples therapy first, since I love her. At first it helped, but things took a comedic turn when she felt the therapist took my side too often, eventually suspecting him of trying to sleep with me. I couldn't help but laugh. We switched to a male therapist, and that allowed our sessions to continue without issue. We went several months without incidents, and I thought there was progress. However, things blew up again when Rebecca, the same colleague from the bar incident, came to our house to drop off documents while I was working from home. Claudia recognized her, and when I got home she started howling at me. She threw documents in my face, demanding to know why Rebecca knew where I lived. Before I could answer, she accused me of cheating, claiming I must have slept with her. The truth was simply that I had given Rebecca my address for the drop-off. Claudia went on a rant about how I must like women who were overdressed more than her. When she was done, I walked out of the house with just a few essentials. I knew that anything I said wouldn't. I heard her shout behind me to enjoy Rebecca's bed. That was recently, and I've been staying in a hotel since then. I'm set on divorcing her because I can't live with a woman who thinks I'm cheating with every other woman. Therapy helped, but I doubt it would work again. I wanted to give her one more chance, but now I'm warming up to the idea of divorce. Life's too short to live under constant suspicion. If Claudia can't learn to trust me, then maybe it's time to end this saga. Update: I went to a friend's barbecue and saw Claudia being unusually touchy with someone. My friend told me the guy was recently divorced and worked in construction. I tried to keep calm, but when we got home, I confronted her about it. She admitted, "Well, now you know how it feels," which left me speechless. I knew then I would contact a divorce lawyer. 3 days later, I returned home and confronted her about sleeping with the guy. She sheepishly confirmed it, saying it was to make me jealous. I was furious and expressed everything I'd bottled up over the years. When I told her to pack her things, she did, and I haven't seen her since. I contacted a divorce lawyer and served her at her workplace. She texted me angrily, saying I embarrassed her. During the divorce proceedings, I had no solid proof of her cheating, but I convinced the judge about her jealousy and the therapy we had attended. In the end, I got to keep the house, no alimony, and avoided complications since we had no kids. So I'm free of her. As much as it hurts to have been accused of cheating, I'm relieved to be done with the paranoia and drama. Cheers to a fresh start. So here I am, finally free from the constant accusations and jealousy that plagued my marriage. I never thought I'd be in this position, but the relief I feel is immense. It's incredible how much lighter I feel now that I no longer have to navigate Claudia's emotional storms. After the divorce was finalized, I took some time to reflect on what happened. I realized I need to focus on myself and what I want moving forward. It's a chance to rediscover who I am outside of a toxic relationship. I started picking up hobbies I had neglected and reconnecting with friends I hadn't seen in years. I also decided to explore dating again. I know it's important to be cautious, given my past experiences. I've been clear with potential partners about my boundaries and expectations regarding trust. So far, the dating scene has been a mix of interesting encounters and learning experiences. I've met a few great people who value open communication, and it's refreshing. There is no pressure to prove myself or defend my actions constantly. Instead, I can focus on building connections based on mutual respect and understanding. Of course, there are moments when I think about what went wrong with Claudia. I wonder if things could have turned out differently if she had sought help earlier or if we had communicated better. But dwelling on the past won't change anything, so I'm choosing to move forward. I've also been working on self-improvement. I've started going to the gym regularly and am more conscious of my mental health. Whether it's through reading, meditation, or just spending time outdoors, I'm prioritizing my well-being. As I embrace this new chapter, I feel hopeful about the future. Life is too short to be weighed down by someone else's insecurities. I'm ready to create new memories, build healthier relationships, and most importantly, enjoy my freedom. Here's to new beginnings, new adventures, and a life lived on my terms. I appreciate everyone who has supported me through this journey. Your encouragement means the world. Cheers to moving forward. With each passing day, I find myself embracing the little joys that life has to offer. There's something liberating about rediscovering the world on my own terms. I've been exploring new places, cafes, with cozy atmospheres, parks where I can just sit and reflect, and even local art galleries that inspire me. I recently started attending a book club which combines my love for literature and engaging conversations. It feels refreshing to connect with people who share similar interests without the weight of jealousy looming over us. The discussions are lively, and it's been a fantastic way to meet new friends. Then there's the dating scene. It's definitely a mixed bag. Some dates have been awkward, some have been delightful, and a few have reminded me why I'm cautious about getting involved too quickly. I've learned to trust my instincts. If something feels off, I don't hesitate to walk away. One date in particular stands out. I met a woman named Mia at a local coffee shop. We talked for hours, sharing stories and laughs, and I felt an instant connection. What struck me most was her openness about past relationships. She had her share of heartbreaks and insecurities too, but she was committed to growth and healing. It was refreshing to find someone. As we began seeing each other more, I took the time to express my boundaries clearly. I shared my past experiences and how I value honesty above all. Thankfully, Mia appreciated my transparency. It felt good to be upfront about my journey and to find someone who was willing to meet me halfway. Through all this, I've been learning more about self-love and acceptance. I realized that my worth isn't tied to someone else's perception of me. I've embraced therapy as a way to process my feelings and to ensure I'm not carrying any baggage into new relationships. It's been an empowering experience to unpack my emotions and to understand myself better. I still have moments of doubt or flashbacks to my past with Claudia. Sometimes I find myself questioning whether I'll ever fully trust again, but I remind myself that healing isn't linear. It's okay to have those feelings as long as I don't let them define my future. As I look ahead, I'm filled with hope. I know that it's possible to build healthy, trusting relationships. I'm ready to embrace love again, but this time with the wisdom of my experiences guiding me. For anyone out there who might be in a similar situation, I want to say take your time. Healing is a journey, and it's okay to prioritize yourself. Surround yourself with supportive friends, explore new passions, and don't be afraid to seek help. Here's to moving forward, creating a life filled with joy and finding love that is nurturing and free from the shadows of jealousy. The future is bright, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. As the months passed, my relationship with Mia blossomed. We shared adventures, explored new interests, and supported each other through our individual journeys. It felt incredible to finally experience what a healthy relationship looked like, one built on trust, respect, and open communication. One evening, while we were cooking dinner together, I realized how far I had come. The laughter we shared, the comfortable silences, and the way we encouraged each other to grow filled me with gratitude. It was a stark contrast to the turmoil I had endured with Claudia. I found myself. I understood the importance of setting boundaries, nurturing trust, and recognizing my self-worth. Those experiences shaped me, but they no longer defined me. Mia and I talked about our hopes for the future, and it felt natural to dream together. We discussed travel plans, career aspirations, and even the idea of building a life together. It was refreshing to think about those things without fear or hesitation. Eventually, I decided it was time to confront my past one last time. I reached out to Claudia not to rekindle anything, but to find closure. We met at a quiet cave. I expressed how her jealousy impacted me and how it led to my decision to leave. She apologized for her actions, but it was clear we had both moved on. After that meeting, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. I realized that while our past was painful, it had ultimately guided me to a better place. I could finally close that chapter and fully embrace my present. Now, as I stand on the cusp of a new life with Mia, I'm excited for what the future holds. I'm grateful for the journey, both the struggles and the triumphs. Every experience has shaped me into who I am today, a man ready to love and be loved, free from the shadows of jealousy. I know there will still be challenges ahead, but I feel equipped to handle them. With Mia by my side, I'm ready to face anything life throws at us. Here's to new beginnings, the power of healing, and the promise of a love that's genuine and fulfilling. As I raise a glass to the future, I'm filled with hope and joy. Life is a journey, and I'm excited to see where it leads next. Thanks for tuning in to today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.